I got to ask you a couple of personal questions about you and
Yeah.
your father. You helped me out a lot in my book, The United States of Trump. And you know what I found, and I want everybody to know this. You didn't tell me anything that wasn't true. I thought you were going to give me a little propaganda here, a little spin there. You didn't. And I really, I respect that. You're a straight shooter. All right.
Well,
So
I
you,
appreciate that. Sometimes I think it makes sense to be. The reality in this world, there are no real secrets, so it's usually easier just to be honest, even if that means you're being direct and people don't always love it. It's easier to tell the truth.
and that's a good philosophy. So you've seen your father now for 3.5 years in the Oval Office. How has he changed?
Listen, I think there's a lot of him that's the same, that fighting mentality. But, I see it when he still sort of is in awe of the magnitude of the responsibility. I mean, he still sort of has a little bit of that, that boy from Queens, just look at what's going on, look at what we can do for people's lives. But I think, the difference in 16 was he was promising to do things. Now he's actually done them. He's seen the results of the things that he went in there to do actually manifest themselves for the American people. All of those incredible policies that have allowed Americans to live that American dream. So I think he's really truly humbled by the whole experience, and that's why he wants to do it again. The other side, obviously, Bill, has not made it easy on him. They have not, he's probably taken more incoming fire than any president in history in terms of the nonsense and the lies and the attacks on him and his family. But he sees the result, which is why he wants this 4 more years so badly.
Okay, but he has put on a lot of weight. He's hunched over sometimes. A report which we knocked out in this broadcast that he had a mini stroke in November of 19. All of that nonsense. But I've seen physically him change a little bit, and I think it's because of the incredible pressure and strain every president is under, and we've all seen them change. I think he's experiencing that as well. Am I wrong?
Well, I haven't noticed. I'm with him a lot. When I get a call from him, it's usually past midnight, and he's still in the Oval Office working and getting it done. So, he's always been a high-energy guy. You compare and contrast that with Joe Biden, who, if he answers a couple teleprompted questions, barely gets through it, then he has to go back down into the basement and hide for a few days. And so that report, that nonsense, it's been debunked now. But the report that the media tried to run with, that Donald Trump had these mini strokes, they literally neglect to talk about the fact that Joe Biden has literally had 2 brain surgeries to deal with 2 separate brain aneurysms, explosions in his brain, Bill. And yet, when the guy can't remember where he is, 50% of the time? He forgets his wife from his sister. He forgets the office he's running for. You've seen the teleprompter when he just forgets where he is and he starts rambling like a crazy person. A guy that's had 2 brain surgeries, the media won't even talk about it as though it's a problem. I mean, he's the epitome of health, but he's had operations on his brain. He has these issues that manifest themselves, and there's nothing to see here, folks. Give me a break.
Bill O'Reilly is back on TV and only on The First. No Spin News, every weeknight at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on The First.